Hello, happy new year, everyone. How's everybody doing? Oh my goodness, how y'all doing? Yes, happy hump day, happy Wednesday, happy sleepy day, cook day, and whatever other day this day is for you. Happy day. Yes, I know I was away from y'all for Christmas and New Year's. I was just trying to enjoy life, try to enjoy living and not just existing. We all have the same story, got a bill to pay on another day, not today, but another day. We got bills and work and all these other stresses and factors in our life, and we just sometimes never take time to just smell the roses, as they say. So that's what I was doing, honey, this holiday. I was smelling the roses. I hope everybody's doing all right. Ooh, honey, young thugger, what is going on in young thugger's case? Oh, mm, 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 mm. Young thugger boys is singing, honey. They are singing like a fat woman enjoying cake. I don't know what that's all about. Now, the judge was even shocked that some of them didn't take a plea deal or didn't, you know what I'm saying, try to, finagle something. But honey, they singing like benches. What is this? What is going on? YSL ain't got no loyalty, huh? Listen, now this is 2023, and I'm fixing to say something real quick. It ain't so much about kids, but about the parents. Now, I have had the pleasure of talking to some people over the holidays who had some bad kids and some bad grandkids. Now, I'm just going to go on and talk about it. It is 2023 and it's liable to come up occasionally. But when you got bad kids around you, when you're babysitting, watching, you own bad kids, you possess bad kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever the case may be, don't try to have no conversation on the phone. Not no serious conversation. Now, if you just, kicking the bobo, shooting it, that's fine. You know, do what you do, make it work like you work. But definitely don't have no kids around if you're job hunting or you're trying to handle business. You're trying to take care of something. You want to keep all of that background interference away from your phone call. I talked to somebody who had the nerve to say that's why they make a lot of their phone calls outside in the car because the kids, they don't want the kids to hear what the other person is saying on the other line. And I was thinking to myself, no, you don't want the person on the other line to hear what you gonna say to them kids if they don't hold it down. That's what it really boils down. It amazes me how people want to make their kids seem better than anybody else's kids, or want their relationship or their situationship with kids to be better than any and everybody else. It's a statistic. It's a trend. It is what it is. If you got bad tail kids, you got bad tail kids. It's nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing new to it. It happens all the time. We've all experienced it. We've all been there. You just have to raise them up differently. You have to train them. And if you can't train them, then you can't be on the telephone. You don't have no business on the phone trying to talk to nobody because nobody should hear you hollering and screaming, hitting on the kids hollering and screaming and knocking over, breaking stuff, and you started cussing and going. That's too much. That's too much. For 2023, if you got some bad tail kids, baby, stay off the phone. Stay off the phone. Stay off the phone. Because how can you be looking for somewhere to live and you can't talk to the manager or the landlord because you hollering and yelling at the kids? You trying to mute the phone and cover the phone and muffle the phone and keep them from hearing what's going on in the background. That ain't how you do business. Come on, y'all. Look, we're gonna have to do better. We gonna have to do better as parents and people, and some things we just gonna have to get away from. We're gonna have to strive to be better instead of wanting to front and fake like you better. Strive to be better. Teach your kids to keep it down when you're on the telephone. Don't make a lot of noise when you're on the telephone. If you can, pick a time when the kids are distracted or somewhere else if you're trying to take care of business on the telephone. Hey, Janice James, Happy New Year, babe. Happy New Year. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, honey, I'm talking about these parents with kids. I don't talk about kids. I'm talking about the parents with kids and how they act and how they allow kids to act when they're on the phones trying to handle business. It's 2023. We really got to start doing better. If you trying to move and you calling the landlord or the management companies, don't have all that ruckus going on in the background because it gives a certain it gives that person a certain perspective of you. And they say first time you meet somebody is that tells it all. So we really got to do better. I was also talking about Young Thugger. All his boys is talking in his RICO case, girl. My nephew and them, they were keeping me up to speed with what was going on with YSL and the whole RICO debacle and how, some of his boys cut deals and, got reduced time. But the judge is looking at the rest of the boys, wondering why they didn't try to cut a deal and get some reduced time. They chose to sing like a banshee. And when I tell you they telling everything from the DMs and the private chats and messaging and where they be at and what they be doing at the location and that they selling this and selling that and doing this and doing. I said, oh my goodness. He's telling everything. Ooh, baby, ooh, what is going on? And then, wait a minute. The little man came up on the TikTok and said that he was not going to patronize Balenciaga, right? He said because he didn't stand behind what's going around right now. Everybody know what's going around with Balenciaga right now, but regarding children. And so he went on to say who owned Balenciaga. Child, what is he called? Keron is Kerin. The Karen Group, they own Gucci. The same people that own Gucci own Balenciaga, baby. That little white man went in, honey. He went in. I was listening because I didn't know. Now I'm from the post side of the track. I can't afford Gucci or Balenciaga. I don't wear fake Gucci or fake Balenciaga. I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. But baby, I was listening when he was talking about who owned who did what, who did where. I said, "Oh my goodness, child, listen." And every time people get their income tax checks and get settlement checks, the first thing they want to do is run to the Gucci store and to the Prada store and run and spend money with people who made merchandise and priced merchandise that was outside of our budget. It wasn't designed for us, yet we continue to fill their pockets. Gucci, Balenciaga, Prada, and all of them, Coach, Fenty, all of them, that wasn't designed for black people. It wasn't designed for the mid class, lower class, poverty class. It wasn't meant. When you hit a lick, you run to get them money, but you can't shop with them on a regular basis. It wasn't designed for us. Even with the whole Michael Kors situation, I see people, you know, still jump through hoops to go and buy those bags and wallets and billfolds. I can't. Yeah, if it's out my pay range this day, when I get $10,000 or $20,000, it's gonna be out my pay range on that day as well. Okay, now that's what we doing. And this ain't new for 2023 for me. This is what I've been doing. I'm just not into that. Now I like me a Dooney, a nice Dooney, and I like me a good old fashioned coach every now and then. But for the most part, I just like a cute bag and a cheap bag at that. 2023, we need to do things different. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about putting everything into their LLC, from their life insurance to they properties and bank accounts, they kids and all of this, child. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, did I miss that chapter when I was in school? I need to go back and look at some of that stuff. Because the way things are changing these days, I think people are trying to get us in the right headspace, in the right space to receive blessings that have been meant for us for some time back. I believe the people are trying to educate us and get us in the right headspace to be prepared to receive something great. This is just what I feel deep in my spirit. I just feel it now. I feel it. I believe that we will at some point get our restitution of reparations of 40 acres and a mule. Listen, you know, Hollywood Unlocked reported on two actors, and I can't think of their name right now, but one of them, he was saying that the guy's ancestors and family were slave owners. And then the other guy, who if I'm thinking of the right guy, I like him in movies. He's good, but I can't think of his name. They didn't come up and say that, his people owned slaves at one time. So, they were speaking about reparations and things like this in the articles. And they were referring to these two rich actors. Uh, so I definitely believe, yeah, listen, and we haven't totally gotten away from the underground and what's going on over there. It's just a few things we're gonna change for 2023 when we go into back into that topic again. But let me tell you something. I believe that if you have a lot of bad in the world and that bad gets taken down, but while that bad was flowing freely in the world, it was very wealthy and rich. I believe that when that bad is taken down and taken out of the world, I believe that those riches should be spread out amongst us. I do. I'm sure it would be more than enough to go around because evil is everywhere. Evil is plentiful. The good is plentiful as well, but evil is very plentiful. So, and I just really, really feel that you know it's time. We got to win this battle. We got to win this battle. We only have another year left to do it. And I believe it's coming. I know there's been people waiting 20, 30, 40 years waiting on this day this year to come, praying to be alive when this day comes. And I pray that I'm here as well. But yeah. So what did y'all do besides eat, drink, and be merry over the Christmas and New Year's? Did everybody get to see family and friends? Did everybody get to see loved ones or say hello or goodbye to loved ones? Try to say I love you while they still here. Don't wait till they gone. I had a loved one that disappeared, and I believe that she passed on, but we've not been able to confirm. And it is a horrible feeling. It is a horrible feeling. At one point, I was ready to spend money to try to track her down and try to figure out if maybe she's in a nursing home or, you know, in a hospice. It became too much. It became too much. So try to say your hellos and goodbyes and I love yous while they still alive. And I do believe that spirits can linger on, and sometimes they can hear you when they're gone. But I prefer not to be talking to the ghosts. I prefer to talk to the human while they're here. Yes, 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 yes. What is going on? Listen, I'm not gonna be on here long because I'm in here trying to fix something to eat. But I just wanted to come on here and say Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to everybody. I got a lot of stuff going on, so pray for me. Um, as I will you, and we just keep me lifted in prayer. You know what I'm saying? Keep me lifted in prayer, Lord. Because, baby, when I tell you I had a trying time this Christmas holiday, it was trying, but through it all, God is good. His mercy is everlasting love. Ooh, baby, when I tell you, yeah. So, anyway, I didn't have nothing to bring to you guys. I just wanted to come real quick and say, what is Young Thuggers people doing? Everybody's just talking, talking. Like the deals they was offering must not have been worth anything because they is just telling everything. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the upcoming weeks. And why is people getting mad at other people for their commentary or their research, their homework, what they did to bring commentary on the case? Why are people? Listen, Mob Radio and Neek at Night. I listen to Mob Radio on a regular basis. I don't listen to Neek at Night very often, but Neek at Night went and she went through the trenches to get her paperwork and stuff together. And now they're fighting because she brought receipts when other people just showed up and did their own commentary. You know, everybody have their own preference. So it's 2023, and people is fighting for clout these days. It's really sad, and we've watched it play out in the end of 2022. But let's don't do that, you guys. Let's don't do that. Let's don't do that. Everything shine ain't gold. Just remember that. And with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here and go tend to my food. Y'all be blessed. Have a happy new year and a wonderful night. I'll talk to you later.